If you are starting a digital business or you've already started a digital business and your goal is to hopefully grow it to the point where it's making 10,000 Rand a month, whether it's digital products, it is coaching, it is courses, or even an e-commerce of selling your own physical products, just that you're doing it online, I need you to hear this. You do not need any fancy website. You do not need thousands of followers. You do not need to have it all figured out. You just need to have a solid foundation, because I see so many people working hard and chasing the wrong things while trying to build their digital business. And if you don't know me, I'm Noma, and I'm a personal finance coach and also a licensed financial advisor. And I was able to leave my full-time job through exactly what I'm going to teach you today. And now I run a successful business online. And when I say successful, I mean I can comfortably afford my lifestyle while I'm still trying to tackle a few things financially where my full-time job couldn't do that for me. That's what I mean. And in this video, I want to teach you basically the exact mindset and steps that you need to be on the right path of growing a business that will make you 10,000 Rand a month. This video is for you, especially if you have just started or you are interested to start this year. So welcome to my channel. I would appreciate it if you do subscribe. On this channel, we talk a lot about faith, about money, about building a sustainable business online. So let's get into number one of what I want you to focus on in this journey. The first thing I want you to have a look at is, what clear problem are you solving? What one specific problem are you solving? Not 5 different problems, but one. What I see a lot of new people starting an online business is they're trying to solve everyone's problem. I don't want to lie, there's so many things that I know how to do, but it doesn't mean that I'm going to solve everyone's problem. For example, I know how to cut stickers. I could teach that for people. We just literally had back to school. A lot of moms spent money buying labels. I could literally teach them how to do that themselves. I know how to cook healthy meals and they taste delicious. I know how to bake. I know how to, budget. You need to ask yourself, what is actually people are asking me for? What are people always coming to me for? That's the one question you need to be able to answer. Success starts when you look at that one specific problem that you're solving for that one specific person. Stop trying to solve 5 problems for 5 different people. You will not be successful. You're going to be so burnt out. You're going to be so tired. So I want you to really answer this question. What is that one specific problem that I have solved in my own life that people come to me about as well? Once you know that answer, then we can move on to step number 2. Step number 2 is, I want you to now take that answer that you have of what problem you can solve, that solution. I want you to package it into a little beautiful gift box and with a nice bow, and then offer it to someone. That is now going to be that one offer that you have. So for me, for example, it can be one-on-one coaching. It can be my group coaching, which is my financial literacy academy. That is my offer of where I teach people how to make money online and how to manage money. Everything that I'm teaching is using biblical wisdom. So that is now my offer that I've packaged with a beautiful bow, and I'm offering it to people. And then I have a price for that, which is 215 Rand a month, depending on the dollar, but it's not more than that. And I am in there every single day, helping people grow their wisdom, helping people learn more about personal finance, helping people learn how to manage and optimize their social media as a business to make money online. That is my offer, and it costs 215 Rand. And guess what? There's so many people who need that help. There's so many people who want that solution solved. So guess what? Because I offer it, they will buy it from me. And that's how I will then be able to make money from them online, because I'm offering something that will help them. I am not just selling them. Like a lot of people say, I don't want to sound salesy. That's because you're just selling something with an idea of making money. Money comes, but what you need to do is solve someone's problem. So ask yourself, what solution do I offer and offer that. Okay, so now that you already know your offer, so you know that, okay, this is the problem that I am solving, and this is the solution, which is the offer. I want you to start building trust before you actually tell them how much is it. Start by building trust with people. So this comes in a form of a brand, which is what I teach again in the Financial Literacy Academy on how to build a brand. So you need to build trust with your people. People need to know that you are a real person, you're not AI. Some people sometimes think I'm AI, I don't know, but I am a real person. You need to share your journey with people. You need to teach people for free, something that I'm doing today. I don't have to share all of this information. I could exclusively leave it for the Financial Literacy Academy, but there are some things that I can put out there. And then if you want to go deeper and you want to ask me some questions on WhatsApp, obviously then that is part of the Financial Literacy Academy, exclusive group, exclusive daily content, and strengthening that mindset as well. So you need to be able to talk about your mistakes, talk about your lessons, show your progress, and show that you're also not perfect. Your content does not need to be perfect. Everything you put out there, you probably are stopping yourself because you think you need to be perfect. It's because you're comparing yourself with someone who's been doing this for years. You're comparing your chapter 1 to someone's chapter 20. It's not going to help. It's actually going to make you stop. It's going to make you give up and think, you know what, this is not for me. All you need is to share your journey, is to teach for free, is to be open about your mistakes and lessons, is to show your progress and show that you're not perfect. And then with all of that, with that kind of structure that I just shared with you of what type of content you need to put out there, you just need to be honest and consistent. That is all. Because when you're honest and consistent, whether it's showing up on YouTube or Instagram or TikTok or Facebook or LinkedIn or whatever platform you choose, guess what? People will then ask you, hey, I love how you budget. I love how you are sharing your debt payoff journey. Can I please get coached by you? Where are you buying that spreadsheet? Where can I get access to that budget planner that I saw you using in your video? And then that is when you'll say, there it is. Here it is. Now, obviously, you're going to ask yourself, how much should I then cost it? That's a longer video that's also going to be available in the Financial Literacy Academy about the costing, but you need to be very strategic with your costing according to what you are offering. But I'm going to make the math very easy for you. If we are looking at 10,000, for example, and you are offering something for 500 Rand, then you need to make 20 sales in a month to make 10,000, which means per week you need to make like 5 sales. So if you make 5 sales in 4-week month, 5, 10, 15, 20, then you would have made 10,000 Rand. If you want 20,000, obviously then it's going to be 10 sales a week. The next step that I want you to do is to choose one platform that you're going to show up on and show up on that platform consistently. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's TikTok again, like how I mentioned, all the other platforms. For me, I love Instagram and YouTube, but you need to pick the platform that you love, that you are okay with showing up on, and show up consistently. And while you're showing up on there consistently, you need to teach, you need to share your information, and you need to invite people to whatever it is that you're offering. So teach, share, invite, teach, share, invite, teach, share, invite. And that is it. That is it. Obviously, again, in my group coaching, I go into how your content should be structured. Like, what should you start with every single video? How do you know when to post? What kind of videos to post? How to do your market research and all of that. So you just need to find out what type of videos you want to make, and you must make sure that you're educating according to whatever problem you're solving. And the last step that I want you to do is to basically stay consistent long enough for you to be able to get comfortable with doing this. So at first it's going to be difficult, but you have to do it anyways, just like anything that you have done in life. If you drive a car, at first it was really difficult, but you learned because it was solving a problem in your life. And the problem was you didn't want to take public transport anymore, or whatever the problem was, but you just needed to solve the problem at that point. So if God has given you the solution, if God has given you this idea to solve this problem, you're not being pushy, you're not being salesy, you are being obedient. So I want you to try and commit to 90 days of consistent posting, whether it's on TikTok, talking about solving this specific problem. You're posting, you're learning, you're watching weekly what went well, what did I do wrong. You're basically improving yourself, personal development. You're improving yourself as a future successful business person, and this is how it starts. God blesses the people who are faithful, not people who are perfect. So stop putting pressures on yourself that you're not perfect, and just do what God has called you to do. So if this sounds like something that you need, something that is exciting to you now, that, you know what, I could actually do this. This is the year 2026. I could actually start my own digital business, and you never know when you can start making your money online, and then hopefully that 10,000 Rand a month that you can use to build wealth, or you can use to attack debt, or you can use to take care of your family, whatever it is that you need, that maybe your full-time job is not doing, that you just need to supplement it with something else that is not another job, that is something that feels much more like I'm in purpose with what God has called me to do, then I do invite you to join the Financial Literacy Academy, and then you can learn how to build your income online the right way, with the structure, with an accountability group, a bunch of amazing people that are really in the same journey, that are excited, that they're keeping each other accountability in finances, but also in making money and building a strong, solid brand. Exactly how I created my brand. I share everything, and you'll find it on the Financial Literacy Academy. So in the Financial Literacy Academy, what you'll find, again, it's 215 Rand a month, maybe a little bit less. It's $13, so it just depends. But what I will help you with in there is how to make sure you learn how to manage your money, how to build an online digital business that will bring you money as well, how to sell without sounding salesy, how to create offers, how to use Canva, how to grow as well, personally and also financially, but also how to be around other people who are on the same journey. Maybe there's no one in your family, no one around you who's in the same journey. You're going to try and talk to them and they will shut it down. So finding people online virtually that are going to help you and make you feel excited about life, and not just feel, tired and over it all the time, then this group is for you. You're really going to love it. I'll leave it as the first link below. And then I just want to also share my story. I've got the book of Ecclesiastes here to reference a bit of my story. So it's 2026 right now, and it is January. 6 years ago, I came back to South Africa after working overseas for 5 years. And I came back to get married, and things were good. My husband loboled 1st of February 2020, and I've got the whole video here on YouTube. And we were going to get married in March and then go back overseas. And obviously we all know what happened. In March, the pandemic happened, and my life was turned upside down. I had a little 16-month-old at the time, Scala's 17 months old, somewhere there, and she was in nappies, and also, her diet was a bit tricky because she's still young, which means she was not cheap. We had to buy nappies, we had to make sure she's fed and everything. And my husband was in Eastern Cape because they were getting ready to come to KZN to do the Membeso, our traditional wedding. And then we were going to obviously do the white wedding and leave after that. When I say white wedding, I mean the Christian wedding where we say your vows and all of that. Excuse me. But because the pandemic happened, we thought it was just 21 days. Obviously, it wasn't 21 days. It was way longer than that. We had to use our savings. So in a split second, we went from being financially good to unemployed with no place to stay together, let's put it that way. He was home in Eastern Cape, I'm home in KZN, and we are now apart. We don't have our own place, and obviously we couldn't travel different provinces at the time. So he needs money to, do whatever he needs to do, like buy food where he's at home now to contribute and just live, buy deodorants and things like that. I needed money where I am to take care of Skylar, nappies and stuff, but also take care of myself. As a lady, there's a few things that we need that cost. So we started to live off our savings. So we started to become broke. And I'm telling you this because 5 years later, I am now self-employed. I am now financially stable. I'm not financially free as yet. That's my journey. I'm working on financial freedom, but I'm financially stable as someone who's self-employed with the online business. And the reason why I'm telling you this is because the 5 years will go, whether you start today or not. The 5 years will pass, whether you start or not. So if I was you, I would start. What I did in 2020 was I started sharing my journey. And when I got my job in 2020, November, it was just me with the job, and I started sharing my journey of saving 10 rands because it was a 3-people household with one small income. At the time, I was earning 13,000 rand, and it was just enough for rent and food. And I knew how much our savings helped during the pandemic. So I knew I needed to save money, and I couldn't save a lot of money. So I started with just 10 rand and 20 rand, and I shared that journey. And that starting has now turned into this today. So I want to help you do the same. So if the pandemic does come back and you get retrenched, or you don't know what to do, or your husband can't work. My husband is a chef. He couldn't work. The tourism industry took a big knock. But with the financial management skills that I had, we were able to make it through. With the online digital business that I started, we have now been able to live the life that we enjoy. We are present as parents. We are present to each other. And if this sounds like something that you would love to have, pandemic or not, then go for it and invest that 215 rand a month. Or if I'm not the coach that maybe you feel like, you would gel with, then go find another coach that you trust that's going to teach you how to make money online and how to manage your money to live a life that you enjoy. The book of Ecclesiastes, I brought it here because I wanted to read you a passage. So it's Ecclesiastes 2 from verse 24. I'll also read 25 and 26. 24. So I decided there's nothing better than to enjoy food and drink and to find satisfaction in work. Then I realized that these pleasures are from the hand of God. How many of you are enjoying work and enjoying the fruits that come from your work, and you can tell that this work I'm doing is from the hand of God? How many of you are enjoying? Be honest. This is just you watching this video. No one is calling you out. There's no one else, hey? I hope so. Well, if there is, then just let them think about the question as well. How many of you are really enjoying the fruits, the food that you buy and everything that comes from this work that you do, and it feels like this is the hand of God? Or does it feel like the hand of man? And let me tell you how a hand of man will feel. Jump onto 23. So I started with 24. Let me jump on to 23 for you. 22. Let's go to 22. Gosh, I wish I could read the whole passage because I'm like that, the whole chapter. But I'm trying to pick passages. So 22. So what do people get in this life of all their hard work and anxiety? Their days of labor are filled with pain and grief. Even at night, their minds cannot rest. It's all meaningless. Meaningless in Ecclesiastes basically means it's got no purpose to God. Some of you, and I was one of them, I was working so hard. I was putting all my efforts, all my energy, all my power. That's the word God likes to use, power. It's the same as energy. all my power into a job that only brings me pain and grief, and it's all meaningless to God. That salary that it brings you, is it enough? Is it enough to take care of you? Is it enough to make you feel grateful for being alive? Or are you always complaining? Or are you always just upset with life? That things are just difficult. I promise you, God has a different purpose for you. And if you carry on, obviously, to 24, what I started with, so I decided there's nothing better than to enjoy the food and the drink, to find satisfaction in work. Then I realized that these pleasures are from the hand of God. If you want to enjoy your food and your drink and all of the pleasures, it has to come from the hand of God. It has to come from the purpose, the seed that God has put inside of you. 25. For who can eat and enjoy anything apart from God? God gives wisdom, knowledge, and joy to those who please Him. Let's focus on pleasing God. We were not brought here to please our managers and our bosses and people around us to see that, hey, I am now the manager of whatever. If you're not happy, if this brings you pain, if this brings you sleepless nights, then there is a way out. There is a way out. You just need to find God, and you need to get someone to help you how to position what you feel like you're meant to be doing, so that they can help you how to find your clients or your customers that are out there. They just don't know that you exist. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I do appreciate everyone who got to the end. If you're in the FLA, put a flower, as always. I always ask you ladies to put a flower, because I do appreciate you. And subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.